What's going on, YouTube? You're back with Shades. We're gonna start a new Let's Play today. This is SC2VN. I have no idea what that means, but this is an esports-based visual novel. I don't know what's gonna happen. It was free on Steam, it looked fucking silly, and I'm gonna play a little bit of it today. If I like it, I'll keep going, because I do want to take a break from Katawa Shoujo. But I honestly have no idea like, what the fuck is going on? It looks like a silly game, and it's based on esports, and apparently it was romantic. So, like, I don't know what to expect. And apparently it's centered around StarCraft? Fuck. Oh god. I did something I didn't mean to do. Thank you. I did something I didn't mean to do. That was weird. But yeah, apparently it's like centered around StarCraft and things like that, but I honestly don't know what to expect. I'm not big on the esports, field. I know it's a thing, I know, like, a lot of hard work goes into esports, but I'm just not, I don't like sports in general, and, like, while I like gaming, I feel like esports take the fun out of the gaming. But that's just me, so I'm just gonna hit the new game and see how it goes. Okay, so SC2VN is a visual novel about StarCraft. Oh my god, StarCraft 2 visual novel. I'm dumb. About StarCraft and South Korea and the people who play it. If you are new to esports or StarCraft, you can watch a short voice-acted scene that will introduce you to professional StarCraft. Or you can watch the scene later in the extras menu and get right into the action. I know about StarCraft, I know how it's played, I don't know much about strategy, but I know how the esports thing works. I'll watch it later. Oh! That's interesting! That's fucking interesting! 2 paths, huh? Fucking interesting! In SC2VN, you get to select the gender of the main character, Mock. The choice will mostly impact how he or she appears, the story differences are minor. Now select the main character. Huh! Let's go with girl! Yeah, girl gamer! Boom! Begin the story as a female character? Yes! Yeah! If apparently the changes are minor, I'll look them up at the end. But, like, if they're, like, minor enough that I want to see what's happening... Oh god, boobs! There's a certain feeling that every StarCraft player gets before they lose. Most try to ignore it at first, as if the inevitable is just another challenge to fight through. Like their past mistakes don't count if they try a little bit harder. Then it's a natural thing to believe otherwise contradicts the hours that we spend practicing. Still, every player must eventually come to terms with the defeat. That they have to queue up for another game, or maybe that they flew across the world for nothing. I haven't met many players that can take a loss in stride. It's painful, it's permanent, it's proof that your best isn't always enough. Long after my elimination, I remain at the PC with a blank look in my eye. Click shoot for my fingers as I leap from page to page. A tournament update mentions my defeat in passing, but no one acknowledges it. When my frustration fades, I'm only left with guilt. Aw, we lost! Boo! I should have practiced harder. I consider sticking around to watch the final few games, but the knot in my stomach persuades me to avoid any more stress. People are nice enough to a foreigner with the heart to attempt a Star Leaguer qualifier. But without a win, I'm just one more in the long line of losers. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this. I'm not big on the esports thing. I like having fun with games, but I don't care. 100 spend their best years chasing the esports dream. 1 in 50 makes it. This is for those who don't. Huh. Every StarCraft begins the same. Gather resources, train a worker, construct a building, rally an army, defend a base, contest the map. Oh yeah, I know how to play. I definitely have done this. I've played StarCraft in my past. It's a fun game. Turn something small into something more. The game is punishing, it's stressful, it's draining, it builds you up and tears you down. It's not for everyone, but it might not even be for me. How many chances am I gonna get? Was that my last? Oh, the feeling is back. Huh, why am I still trying? Why can't I quit? My fist rattles the desk and sends a plastic bottle to the floor. With my chin in hand, I throw myself into the match replay. Open the menu, escape or R-click to check the glossary. Glossary. Ladder. Shorthand for online ranked play. Okay, never mind. Losing a throwaway ladder game shouldn't bother a player of my rank. Scout denial and my poor control over the final fight gave my opponent the edge. In retrospect, my mistakes seem obvious. I toy with the conclusion that he was hacking before realizing that I'm just making excuses. No, I should have been able to win that one. Ha! See? That's one thing that's always annoys me when people immediately assume that their opponent is hacking. I mean, you had to be hacking. There's no way I could have lost. No, you're just fucking arrogant. I mean, there's always a chance that hacking could be a thing, because, like, I'm pretty sure that happens in esports or online in general. But, like, don't assume that you're hacking. Just take your loss and fucking walk away with it. Despite the Grandmaster badge next to my handle, I find myself too anxious to queue up for another game. The loss of the Victory Star League qualifier earlier today isn't helping my mindset. I comb my tiny room with a look restless and unmotivated. Sitting alone in a dark room for extended periods of time is incredibly depressing, a fact I learned only when it became a significant part of my life. Only one thing is certain, I've got to get out of here. Actually, guys, give me a second, I gotta do something first. Alright guys, I'm back, sorry, I just had to check something real quick. After double checking that my apartment's door is locked, I hustle down the stairs and onto the sidewalk. Light grows with each step toward the shining skyline. Oops, oh god! Catchy pop beats and posters of flawless models dominate street after street. Foot traffic is thick and impatient, and Seoul Tower stands tall from a distant hilltop. Oh, she's in Korea right now. Awesome. But even the lingering excitement of life in a faraway place can't dredge me out of my hopelessness. Sometimes, especially on days like this, I regret pursuing esports. It's a thought that I've had more times than I care to admit since coming to South Korea. Even saying that, I know that I can't keep myself from competing. It's in my nature, and truth be told, this damn game is the only thing I'm good at. What is StarCraft? Some respond to it with an explanation on the game mechanics or its storyline. There are other popular answers too, that requires the dexterity of a pianist along with the strategic thinking of a chess player. Maybe that's what StarCraft is to most people, but to the hundreds who carve out a living on it, StarCraft isn't such a simple thing. It's the embodiment of competition, a perfect playing field. No need for athletic genes, rabid parents, or tutting tutors, or expensive summer camps. You pick up the game on your own, you learn, you improve, you work. If you're good enough, you can become a god. And if you fail, you stay a nobody. That's super depressing, but I understand the feeling. I'm not building towards a long-term career. I'm friendless in a foreign country. I'm respected by no one. And if I don't qualify for the VSL next month, I'll be back home at square one. I'll be nothing. But hey, at least I play video games all day. That's the way. Oh god. Are you completely sure you haven't forgotten anything? Do you have enough money for the cab when you land? Are you sure the apartment got your money? Is your cell phone charged? You brought an extra charger, right? Mom, I'm fine. Please, nothing bad's gonna happen. Remember, there won't be anyone to do your laundry, cook your meals, or wake you up when you oversleep. Budget well, and you'll have 2 months. I won't hear anything about a loan for the flight home. It takes effort to keep a frown from my face. I'm certain that my parents came to see me off only so they could say they did. I've sunk the entirety of my savings into this. Now isn't the time for second thoughts. My dad gestured toward the security line and tapped his watch twice. Go on. The sooner this is over, the better. Oh, come back in one piece, hon. Nothing comes when I think of how to respond, so I only nod. Without another word, my parents walk away. Oh, what's with the face? She has to make her own mistakes. Oh god. Oh, they don't believe in her, that's why. They believe it's a stupid idea to go try and make it in the esports world. Huh. Believe me, I know the feeling of being told that a choice you make is stupid. Every kid does. But in all honesty, like, if someone has a genuine interest in something, a parent should do all they can to at least support them. I mean, there's a line. There is a line to say that, hey, we should stop supporting it because in the end you're putting a lot of effort into it and only getting nowhere. I know there's that line. But the attitude that your parents have when it's obvious they don't care is kind of dumb. But what am I to know? I'm not a parent. I tighten my fist, pace quickening. Even though I want to prove everyone who's doubted me wrong, I'm tired of losing for no one's sake but my own. When the sunset long overhead sign washes the streets in color, I've wandered so far that a walk back to my apartment would take almost half an hour. My new drive to practice my craft drives my search for a place to play. It's not long before I see the words I'm looking for. PC Bang. The amount of foot traffic suggests that... Wait, PC Bang. Glossary. Oh, LAN Gaming Center. Oh, conducting. Return. The amount of foot traffic suggests that it's a pretty popular internet cafe. Outside in front of the window reads Golden Zone Fire. Though I've only visited them a few times, PC bangs are one of the things that interested me most about Korea when I first got into StarCraft. Duking it out for champion status of a neighborhood cafe is old school cool. Huh? Okay, that's weird. Like the type of western where the sheriff defends his turf against upstarts and outlaws. It's an ideal that takes a little bit dated. It's an ideal that's a little bit dated these days. Most StarCraft 2 competitions take place either online or in broadcast studios. I'll admit, I've daydreamed of being born in a decade earlier and playing the original esport Brood War during its rise alongside the PC Bang. That's the one with the Zerg, when the Zerg were first introduced, right? Yeah, I think so. I'm not that into StarCraft, but I know Brood War was the bigger one that people competed against. And I think people still compete with Brood War, right? Or is StarCraft 2 really taking over? Because I know some people say Brood War is a lot better. A better time, or they say online. Yeah, a lot of people still say Brood War was better. Ooh, PC Cafe. I've never been to one, but then again, there's not a lot of those in the US. I trundle up the stairs and pass through the doorway, immediately struck by the size of the place. There has to be at least 80 computers. The crowd is too large for an ordinary evening. There are more people than there are PCs, even. I indulge my curiosity, and the first person I see, a dark-haired guy observing a match of SC2 from behind someone's shoulder. Excuse me, is there an event going on? Oh god, it looks like a douche! It's a douche! The guy turns and looks at me like I'm speaking something other than Korean. After a brief wow, that was attractive. After a brief silence, he responds. Are you new or something? Have you not heard of All Out Attack? Yeah, I'm new. Just asking. He hums and glances away for a moment, though he doesn't apologize. He does feel me in. Golden Zonefire hosts a StarCraft 2 tournament called All Out Attack once a month. It's one of the few places you'll find a decent player outside of an online cup or a Star League. Used to be a Brood War tournament, actually. I see, thank you. Are you here cheering for someone? He stares in response. The guy walks away with a shake of his head, mumbling something about foreigners. Hey, fuck you, bro! Fuck you! And clearly you're a main character, only because you have an artwork. Fuck you! I should have given him a douchey voice. I will now. The back of his shirt sports the Korean Pro Gamer Association logo. Maybe he's a Brood War fan or something. None of the StarCraft teams under KPGA's regulation compete in anything except the original game Brood War. Understandably, they don't want to fracture a scene they've worked hard to build up. And that's lucky for those of us trying to keep from drowning in a game that's already deep with talent. KPGA players train for unbelievable hours. Well, it came into practice, and now I'm presented with an excellent chance to do so, if what that guy said is true. A few stairs follow me as I walk forward to put my name on the sign-up list. I must look like a tourist in over my head. I'm definitely not the first foreigner to go abroad for esports, but most come to South Korea only once they have results or fame. After paying for an hour's worth of PC time at the front desk, I settle for a station that has a mouse and a keyboard similar to my setup back home. A few moments later, I join my opponent's game lobby just in time for the start of the first round. My name isn't familiar, so I check his profile to see he's ranked midway through Master League. Not bad for a casual player. He seems eager enough by the rate he's spamming go in the pre-game chat. The game gets underway once I confirm that I'm ready. Workers, minerals, Vespine gas, and a command center. I know what all those mean. For those who don't play StarCraft, minerals and Vespine gas, minerals you need for everything, and Vespine gas is more for upgrades, I believe, or special units. But anyway, this is what you start off with, and she's playing a Terran. Alright. Personally, I prefer Terran. I start out every match with only these resources at my disposal. It's my job to turn them into something that can defeat my opponent. Generally, that means I need to build my structures capable of training units for my army. My build order determines how my end of the match plays out. I'm guessing build order means... Actually, let me just look up the glossary, because again, I'm not really into like the competitive play. I feel it takes the fun out of it. Shorthand. Oh, build orders. Oh yeah, shorthand. Oh whatever. Oh no. Wrong button. After this game, I've opted for a quick Helion attack, and I'm guessing these... Oh yeah, the Hellions. They're more scouts, really. Not only will it offer me a chance to deal some damage to my opponent, but it will also allow me to scout. Basically, taking note of what your opponent's doing. But it seems I don't have to worry about much. My opponent went for a greedy build order, focusing entirely on his economy instead of his army. Unfortunately for him, the match isn't going to last long enough for that risk to pay off. My Hellions make short work of his single queen and a handful of Zerglings. With his front line out of the way, I'm free to rush his mineral line and roast his workers, denying him the resources he needs to muster an army. Yeah, this opponent of hers plays more like I play. I always build up the base rather than build up scouts and send people in. Even though the latter is more smart than the former, I like playing the slow game, which is why I could never do esports. Facing down a marine reinforcement, it's not long before my Zerg opponent types out the letters GG, easy. As soon as the victory screen displays, anxiety floods out of my body. StarCraft is tense. It isn't an exaggeration to say that there's never a moment to relax until a match is over. Very true, but I've never played online with people because I hate the online community. They're always cutthroat, and I like having fun, but whatever. Bristling with confidence, I get to check out my next opponent. And it's Excel. I draw my lips in a line, let my shoulders slouch. Well, that's the end of this tournament run. Excel is one of the South Korea's strongest Terran players. He's well known for his old school cred, balanced playstyle, and friendly banter. He lost in the round of 8 of last season's VSL, a respectable finish, if not a high-paying one. From what I remember, Excel was a damn good Brood War player, but he was out of his prime when the sequel hit last year, so it makes sense that he switched. While I'm considering what a short rush I should do to steal a win, I feel a tap on my shoulder and turn. So, you are a foreigner. And I find another other than the man himself standing there. This is a bit surreal, considering I've followed Excel's play for about as long as I've been into StarCraft. Luckily, his nonchalant manner disarms my surprise. I think we play next round. I'm Mach, a Terran. He misses a beat before regaining a smile. Likely surprised I understood and then answered him. Yeah, I saw you won your game. Not bad. Foreigners are on common sight and at all-out attack. Are you a pro gamer? What team are you on? I don't know if you can call me a pro gamer at this point, and I don't have a team. Trying to find one, though. I do my best not to look too hopeful, though Excel's blank expression is hard to read either way. He pauses to scratch his cheek before responding. Well, good luck. Don't expect another easy match. You too. Thanks. Oh god, kill me. At least he laughed. Oh god, kill me! My stress before is mostly gone. If I lose, big deal. I'm expected to lose. If I win, I beat Excel. I start chewing over which cheese. What? Cheese. Unexpected strategy that relies on lack of information. Oh, okay. And then standard. Standard is balanced playstyle. Okay. Okay, so cheese is like playing with no information on your opponent, and standard is just balanced, whatever. I shouldn't squander the rare chance to play against a top player. He and I banter back and forth in the pre-game lobby for a bit before the game gets underway. Excel, old school Brood War Terran, plays classic Marine, tank style, probably about to crush me. I haven't gone up against a player as strong as Excel in a while. There probably wasn't a single person at the VSL qualifier at his level. That only makes up a potential victory all the more tantalizing. It's a chance to prove myself that I've got what it takes. Even if I've decided to play on playing standard, I've got a decision to make on how to execute my mid-game strategy. This map is well suited for a Hellion attack. I have plenty of room to poke around in his expansion since it lacks a choke point. An attack by air might also be a strong option. The distance between our bases is relatively long by land, but it'll take a Banshee less than 5 seconds to travel from mine to his. I'm confident with both styles, it's just a matter of how I want to execute the attack. Hit and run with Hellions or air assault with Banshees. The thing is, Banshees take a long time to build and Hellions are quicker. But the thing is, with Hellions, it's going to take a lot longer to get to the base. It seems obvious to go with the Banshees. I kind of want to go to the Hellions, though. I'm not a pro gamer, but personally, I would go with land over air faster. But the thing is... fuck it, let's go with Banshees. I cut out all extraneous unit production to get out a Banshee as soon as possible. The earlier I'm able to hit, the less chance that Excel will have the right defenses. With my Banshee en route, I clear out the path to his base with a handful of Marines. Denying information to my opponent is important, even if I don't plan to attack from the blind spot. It seems to have been the right choice, as his Marines are out of position when my Banshee arrives at his base, and managed to secure a few worker kills before ordering a retreat. Since I didn't lose my Banshee, Excel has to spend minerals on air defense. Knowing that, I prepare to transition to a full ground army. The game is going insanely well, though Excel took his expansion before I did. The damage he took puts us at an even footing. I follow up with an army of Marines. Ooh, she used airdrops. Nice. Army of Marines, Marauders, and dropships, the bread and butter of most Terran players. Since I cleared the space between our bases, he's in the dark about timing of his next attack. There's a solid chance that I could do enough damage to end the game. I don't think she's gonna win. She might win. I don't know if she's gonna win. I mean, Excel could have something in his back pocket, but it looks like she's gonna win. But as I arrive at the outskirts of Excel's expansion, one of his dropships unloads a handful of Marines at my base. That's going to slow down my ability to reinforce. Whoa, shit! With my focus on the drop in my main, drop just means like the drop, yeah, dropships, yeah. Excel rushed into the army I left outside of his base while I wasn't paying attention. He got a concave formation on me. And just like that, my advantage evaporates. Though I managed to stay in game for a bit longer, Excel wisely guards his lead by immediately taking a third base. And soon enough, his economic advantage is reflected in the size of his army. After my blunder, Excel's play was airtight. There really wasn't anything for me to do. I would have grown and offer a GG and concede the match. Whoop! We lost! I didn't exactly throw my lead, but I did get seriously outplayed. Fantasizing about how a victory would have felt doesn't help me keep my mind off the loss. Knowing that I did my best only helps so much. Not a moment later, Excel turns the corner with a smile and raised eyebrows. Hey, good game. You're actually not bad. I assumed you were here for fun or something. Oh, thanks. I'm here for fun, though. You really play well. I'm surprised. Most foreigners don't hit timings like that. Good vision control, too, and your scouting was top-notch. You're really not on a team? Are you at least staying at a team house? Oh, are you studying abroad? Nothing like that. I'm staying by myself in an apartment by the VSL studios. So you came to Korea alone and you're on your own dime, and you're not just visiting. Yes? I do my best not to seem awkward about my answer, but any reason to worry disappears when Excel smiles. It takes some serious guts to move out here like that. I can't think of a single person who's made it out here on their own. A few nearby competitors watch our conversation. It's probably not often that Excel gives his attention to a random nobody he crushes nearly in a bracket. I got some time before my next game. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. Oh, sure. With a nod, Excel leads me from the PC area to the back of the cafe. We pass a number of known players on the way there, most lounging around no differently than the cafe's other patrons. Maybe they aren't that different. I guess even professionals like to kick back with a tangle of coins and rush of caffeine every now and then. Games shouldn't be all about business all the time, although I bet the KPJ executives disagree. Disagree? Excel comes to stop away from the constant tapping of keyboards and plops himself into a seat against the wall and invites me to join him with a wave of his hand. As I take my seat, I look up to find someone I recognize at his side. Jet, a Zerg, a former VSL champion. She won StarCraft 2's very first grand final back in the beta, a year ago. She might have been the game's most famous player. Her flippant, inflammatory antics have made her a somewhat controversial figure. She rarely GGs and isn't afraid to talk trash on stage. And there she is, just shitting there. Oh my god, just sitting there, and it's all I could do not to stare. A smile plays on her lips when she glances past me to Excel. Excel, seriously, you stop promising my autographs as a reward for beating you. Hilarious. She can understand you, by the way. Who are you up against next round? Some Zerg dishwasher on the LHT/. Ugh, I hate ZVZ. Jet rolls her eyes back at me. After a brief appraisal, she lifts her chin and speaks a single word. Name? What? Oh, I'm Mach, a Terran. I'm on... Oh well, I'm teamless. Jet shifts her gaze back into Excel as if to ask, why'd you bring this noob back here? Rude! Rude fuck! I hate people like you. I hate people like you. Elitists! Well, I can't tell if she's an elitist or not, but she definitely disrespects people who have no name in the profession, I guess I could call it. But what the fuck? I have done nothing to you and you're already giving me the cold shoulder. Fuck you, lady! But before she can actually say anything, Excel comes to my defense with an easy smile. Hey, cool it with the judgment until you've seen her play. Plus, have you ever heard of a foreigner that came out here alone just for StarCraft? My girl right here did. You have to admit, that's brave. Blah. If that endorsement wasn't convincing enough, he offers one of her classic grins for good measure. The response seems to satisfy her, for now. While I try to keep from showing anything to contradict Excel's assessment, Jet aims her attention back at me. Excuse me. Didn't see your name on the list of people who made it past the VSL disqualifier. Qualifier, Jesus Christ. How'd you place? I lost my second to last match. The qualifier before that, I dropped out of the final game of the last series. 2 attempts without making it, huh? Hard to tell much from that, mainly depends on the bracket you had. How long you live out here with no team? Do you stream or something? I used to stream, but, well, I don't anymore. Jet raises her eyebrow, waiting for me to elaborate until I look away. Without missing a beat, she moves on to the next question. So your parents pay for everything? No, I'm here on my summer job earnings and a little bit extra from my grandparents. How lucky. I never got any handouts. This isn't going very well. Still, Excel looks as collected as ever, watching with a smile as the interrogation continues. Did you play Brood War? Not really. I mean, I had a copy as a kid, but I wasn't good. I had to cheat even to finish the campaign. Oh, then you're only a little bit worse than Jet. Jet scowls silently at the jab. It's true that the 2 years she spent playing Brood War were mostly unremarkable. And this is your first try at professional gaming? When I nod, she gives me a hard look. Why are you out here? What do you mean? I'm sure you're aware of your chances. It's been more than 5 years since a foreign pro gamer accomplished anything noteworthy in Korea. I know what she's getting at, but it's not like I have any particularly great or unique answer. I scratch my head and look away. I mean, why else? I want to become better at StarCraft. Everyone knows that Korea is the best place to do that. And why is that? Well, whoa. I didn't get to say what I wanted to say. No, I'm asking why you want to become better. It feels like she's forcibly extracting the truth from me. All the same, I can't leave her expression unanswered. I do my best to avoid showing the embarrassment I feel in my honest response. Because I want to be a champion, or at least show I can compete at the level. Everyone who plays the game wants that, don't they? You're right about one thing. Every idiot that makes the Grandmaster and takes the map off a good player thinks they're pro game material. A champion, huh? Sheesh. She clicks her tongue and sighs, but doesn't seem displeased. Well, at least any more so than usual. I wouldn't have much ground to stand on if I disagreed with her. Jet is one of the few who has accomplished what the rest of us dream about. Don't be so harsh. Her style is solid and she stood toe-to-toe with me for a while. With enough time, she could compete. What do you think? Why don't you practice with her a bit? I could. Little harm in giving her a chance. Wait, back up. What just happened? Did he say practice and did she say yes? Excel answers her with a pleased expression. Jet takes a moment to stretch out before again crossing her arms across her chest. Stop staring and say something, Mock. The sound of my name wakes me up from my stunned silence. I jolt upright and offer a flurry of nods. Sorry, I say yes. I definitely say yes. I can't do voice acting here. I can't voice girls. Jesus. Jet and Excel watch me in silence as I lower myself back into my seat. It takes some determination to come out here alone. Let's see if it translates to wins, eh? With a thumbs up, it's settled. I have somehow found myself with one of the best practice partners in the world. I really hope this isn't just for the novelty of playing with some random foreigner. Excel, it's about time to get back to all-out attack. Wouldn't you get DQ'd if we'll be matching in the semis? Can you be certain that I didn't lose to Mock already? What if this was my way of saving face? Funny. Have you lost to a foreigner even once? Hey, you never know who's playing a barcode account. Barcode? Looking that up, I don't know what that means. An account used for anonymous ladder play. Aight. You sure you didn't want to pot split? Final offer. Collude with you? Not a chance. What about you, Mock? Gonna stick around? A PC bang with the bustle of a tournament isn't a great training environment. The bracket will probably take a few hours to work through. No, I'm gonna head home. Got a lot of practicing to do tonight. Leaving already? Well, hey, it was good to meet you. Be at Golden Zone 5 tomorrow morning and we'll find out if you're overhyped. Will do. I rise and offer them each a nod and thanks before heading back toward the PC area. The last thing I see is a vague smile from Jet as she leans over and whispers something to Excel. Alright then, I'm gonna end this part here. This seems pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. Again, the gaming terms and, the gaming terms that are from, the shorthand gaming terms from, professional play elude me. And I don't play online, but I know enough of the StarCraft to understand what's going on. And I don't know if you guys will, but I do. So I'm gonna keep going for now. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep going. If I lose interest in this VN, I might just lose interest in this VN. I don't know. But again, it was silly, it was free, and I don't know what it's gonna make me feel. And from what I can tell, there's no romance in it at all. which is a shame. I feel like I could get some romance out of a nice esports-based visual novel, but hey, who knows? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from this series, hit that subscribe button, and you are now exiting the Shadyverse. My name's Shades, and I hope you've enjoyed your day in the shade. See you guys later.